What's up everybody? My name is Light, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you some things to build in your Minecraft world to make it more detailed and immersive. By adding these things, your Minecraft world will feel more realistic and it will be much more engaging for anyone exploring your world. I'll also be showing these cinematics of my current Minecraft world, which is complete with kingdoms, markets, castles, and villages, all interconnected by roads and harbors. Feel free to pause the video to get a closer look at anything in my world that may happen to inspire you. And to start things off, we're flying through the market area of my village. And I wanted to show off these little fountains in the village. Both of these are built on elevated areas of land, which allow some great views of the surrounding landscape. Adding some vantage points like this in more interesting areas of your world, like small towns or villages, or anywhere you'd like, places like this in your world can help to slow the player down and give them a good vantage view. And next we're entering the market area again to add some more carts and some more carriages to indicate some movement within the market. You can really build any size or kind of cart or carriage that you'd like, but building anything in your world that gives the illusion of movement will make your world feel much more realistic and lively. And now on the other side of the village, I'm adding a small altar. You could dedicate something like this to anything or anyone that you'd like. And I added some flower petals on coarse dirt to indicate that people had left offerings on top of this sort of burial site. And once that shrine was done, I added a fallen tree over this river. I used one log with a moss carpet on top to indicate the stump that this tree had fallen from, and then I decorated it with a mixture of vines, leaves, fences, buttons, slabs, and stairs, because I wanted this tree to look very organic and dynamic, which is why I built it diagonally over this river as opposed to just being a straight line. Building organic shapes like this can be kind of difficult, so just take your time and keep looking at the object from different perspectives to make sure it looks good from every angle. The burial site and fallen trees both indicate that time passes in your world, which obviously makes it feel much more immersive. After I was happy with the amount of moss, hanging vines, and foliage to show that this log had been here for a long time, I moved on out of the village. I decided I wanted to add a path meandering off of this main road, and I thought it would be a good idea to put some kind of road sign to indicate the direction of the surrounding kingdom and the village. You can obviously add these to your world to help map out directions if you have places spread out enough like I do in my world. Also, your road sign can differ from mine, but I really liked the style that I came up with using these hanging signs. And now moving on, I wanted to add some kind of area for travelers to stop and rest at while on their journeys on the road. I began by terraforming the land, and then I dug out a small hole to stick a campfire in, as well as some fences holding a cauldron over to show that people are cooking food. Around the campfire, I placed some mossy logs to act as benches, and then I added a small tent with a bed, as well as some barrels and pots. I came back in to change the color of the wool covering the tent later, but before that, I built another cart with some hay and some firewood to indicate that people are moving in and out of this space. And next, I'm terraforming the land just nearby to create a small river opening out to the ocean. Over this river, I built a small broken bridge, and I placed moss and vines growing around it to show that the bridge has decayed over time. I wanted this bridge to look decayed to show that people might not explore this part of the world as much as they do other areas. And the cool thing about this broken bridge is that I made it so that you actually have to jump across parts of it instead of simply walking across it. This can help to slow down the player and really make you engage with the world in a slower way. And moving on after that, I made some very simple custom trees using a mixture of jungle fences, gates, and spruce leaves. I had world edit to copy and paste 2 tree designs around, but these designs are actually very easy to make in survival. All you gotta do is stack some fences about 7 or 8 blocks tall, place 2 spruce leaves or whatever kind of leaves you would like to on top of that, wrap some fences and gates down around the tree to indicate branches, and then on top of those branches place more leaves until your tree is appearing natural. I made a small forest by copy and pasting those 2 tree designs around, and then after that I moved on. I used yellow and blue wool to map out a circle, and then using that circle I built up an old and overgrown tower. using a combination of mossy cobblestone, stone bricks, and stone. I actually came in later to expand the foundation of this build, which eventually became ruins for some kind of castle or medieval fortress. I wanted these to appear very old though, so I made sure to break them down a lot so that the only thing really standing up still is that stone foundation. And then obviously I decorated over it with a mixture of foliage, vines, and leaves to show that nature has really overtaken this castle over time. And once I was happy with how the ruins were looking, I returned to the Traveler's Rest area to add what you can consider to be anything from an abandoned mine shaft to some sort of secret cave passage. I dug this hole into the hillside until it extended out under the farmland and to the other side of this landmass, to this cliffside that I had built long ago outside of the kingdom in previous videos. The interesting thing that I wanted to do with this was expand this little cave system to offer some secret routes in and around my world. I think this can be really fun to implement to offer some secret areas that takes a little bit more time to find. Places like this add a lot of interest to your world and can make it feel much more engaging for the player. And now that I've added pretty much everything that I want to build in this video, we're going to be showing off some things in the Kingdom of Chillhop that I think really bring it to life. To begin with, we're starting outside of the kingdom to show off these vast fields of wheat and carrots surrounding the walls to provide food for the people living inside of the kingdom. It's always a good idea to build some giant farmland if you have any kingdoms or towns in your world, because people live in those places and they obviously need food to survive. So adding these places will make it feel much more realistic. And now we're swinging over the kingdom walls to show off this little barracks area that I built for knights and swordsmen to practice their combat skills using dummies and these archery target blocks. And now we're entering the Kingdom of Chillhop. Immediately, you'll find a horse stable to hitch your ride at, and to the left of this, a sprawling marketplace complete with villagers waiting to buy or sell you any item you could think of. Each of these market stalls is dedicated to a certain item or genre, such as armory, tools, potions, food, or anything else you could think of. A market area is a great addition to your world, maybe to farm any materials that you might need for your survival world, or to just add some more detail to your world. In addition to this marketplace, I also have a bakery, a toolsmith, winery, tavern, a harbor for ships, another small secret little cavern by this small docks area, and so much more. One of the things I think really works for this kingdom is the mining area. Around these mines, I built giant cranes to create that illusion of movement, and I also used rails and mine carts to add some real movement in this mining area. Now, before I wrap up this video, I wanted to let you guys know that I recently got accepted to the YouTube Partner Program, which means you can now support me by becoming a member for my channel. By becoming a member, you will get access to exclusive member Discord channels as well as all of my world downloads. Become a member today so you can download and explore my Minecraft worlds for yourself. And with this announcement, I also wanted to add that I'm going to start live streaming on this channel much more frequently. So be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future live streams. In these live streams, you'll be able to chat with me and get a closer look at my building process. I've already went live a couple times and I've had a really good experience. It's been really fun to do, so I hope you guys will tune in and check it out. And lastly, I want to show off my recent addition to this world. My recent video where we built this vineyard and winery did really well, and it seems like you guys really enjoyed it. So again, I just want to thank you guys for supporting my content and watching my videos. Words truly cannot express how thankful I am for each and every one of you and for the amount of engagement and support that I get on all of my content. Once again, become a member today to get access to all of my world downloads and explore everything that you just saw and more in additional detail at your own pace. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to turn on those bell notifications to see when my next video drops and to join in on my next live stream. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see all of you in the next video.